Hello, this is Richard Law with the Society of Field Inspectors. I want to talk to you a little bit today about protecting your Social Security number. I'm reading a news article this morning that said that health insurer Anthem, which has about 40 million U.S. customers, said that hackers had breached one of their IT systems, one of their servers, and stolen personal information related to current and former customers and employees. The information that the hackers gained access to was in this very sophisticated attack included names, birthdays, social security numbers, street addresses, email addresses, employment information, and income data, how much they made as far as their annual income receipts. So hacking is around. Hacking happens every day. Hacking happens in the field services industry. I've known of several instances where some of the major mortgage national field service firms have had their servers hacked. So it's something you need to be aware of and something you need to be very concerned about. I can remember back several years ago where one of the women who worked at a field services firm decided to leave that firm and go out and create her own firm. And she walked away with a complete database of the firm that she previously worked for. And that included, again, names, addresses, phone numbers, social security numbers. Today you have a lot of the field service firms, the major field service firms, they have application forms up at their website where you can apply to get a job for them. And many of those application forms ask you for your social security number. Some make it a required field where you can't go further in the form or submit the form until you provide that information. And to me, it just doesn't make any sense to provide anyone with your social security number unless you know that you're a candidate to get a job, right away, okay? And to have your social security number floating around with, dozens or hundreds of companies with the idea that you might get a job from one of them just doesn't make sense at all. So what I suggest you do, if there is a required field to put a social security number, to not put in your number, but put in something like 000-00-0000, or just all of the same number, all sevens, all eights, all fives. Anyone looking at it will, if they have any gray material in their head, will realize that it's not your social security number, that it's just a placeholder until such time that you have the opportunity to get some work with them. So again, I wouldn't be filling out all these application forms and including your social security number until such time as you know that you actually have a job, and then you can provide that to them in a phone call or in an email. But the important thing is to protect that number. You do not want someone stealing your identity. And it could happen because you don't know who's handling that information in these field service firms. In fact, I know one field service firm, a mortgage field service firm up in the Midwest, and this information has been published online many, many times. And one of the senior managers there has felony convictions for cocaine use. The senior manager also has problems with debt and problems with the IRS. This is all well documented. And when you're providing a social security number, someone who needs money, to buy some crack, to buy some heroin, can sell your social security number to someone else who's going to steal your identity. So don't think that your social security number is secure. It's never secure. Even when you go to your doctor and provide them with your social security number, You don't know who's working in those offices. You don't know what their financial situations are. You don't know what their background is. So it's always best to be very careful, and don't give your social security number out until such time as a company is going to hire you, and they really need that information so that they can run perhaps a background check, and also so they can comply with IRS requirements on paying you. But before such time, they don't need it. I would just put zeros in there. If they can't figure that out, if they think that's really your social security number, you probably don't want to work for them anyways. Give me a call if you have any questions on this. You can reach me at area code 352-449-1041. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day.